Deep within the forest, a master architect begins a high-stakes survival mission.
Using spider silk as thread, the leaves are sewn into a protective cradle.
Next, the interior must be lined with the softest materials found on the forest floor. Within the woven cradle, the parent guards the precious new beginning.
Every moment away is a calculated risk in search of essential nourishment. New life emerges, fragile and entirely dependent on constant devotion.
Every fiber must be tightly secured to shield the fragile brood from elements and predators.
Now outside the nest, the growing fledglings face the cold reality of their changing world.
Sustenance is hidden in plain sight, requiring precision and patience to uncover.
With the meal finished, the parent prepares for the continuous demands of maintenance.
Nature provides the perfect adhesive, high-tensile silk stolen from an abandoned web.
Every fiber added provides warmth and insulation for the vulnerable brood.
Down on the forest floor, every fragment of nature becomes a potential building block. With the precious fibers secured, it is time to return to the nursery. Strand by strand, a master architect loops and ties the perfect cradle. With the architectural foundation secure, the tailorbird sings to declare its territory. The completed cradle offers safety and insulation within the dense forest canopy. On day one, every soft strand is meticulously pressed into place for the future clutch. A single, fragile egg rests safely inside, marking the start of a dangerous journey.
Maintaining its plumage is vital, keeping the parent agile for the trials ahead.
Now, the long wait begins, demanding constant awareness from the nesting parent.
With dedicated focus, the tailorbird begins the patient process of keeping her nest warm. A second egg arrives, doubling the high stakes of this delicate natural chronicle.
Brief moments away from the nest are spent gathering energy among the nearby blossoms.
By the third day, dedication yields a quiet transformation within the cradle. A third egg completes the clutch, safe and warm beneath a watchful mother.
A brief moment to preen is vital to maintain the strength needed for the long days ahead.
Every moment outside the nest is a calculated risk for the tailorbird.
Returning to the clutch, warmth must be maintained at all costs. By day 4, patience is the mother's primary weapon against the wild. Beneath her feathers lie 4 fragile treasures, meticulously guarded against the elements.
A brief moment away from the nest allows her to navigate the safety of the surrounding canopy.
But in this dense thicket, a sudden stillness warns that danger is close at hand.
Returning to her cradle of leaves, she settles down once more to shield her precious clutch. By day 10, the long vigil continues, requiring an unwavering and tireless dedication. Peacefully hidden amidst the green leaves, she remains completely committed to life. As the final days of incubation approach, every small movement becomes critical for survival.
By day 12,
Regular rotation ensures the embryos develop evenly in the warmth. But in this dense brush, a quiet forest is rarely a completely safe one. Under the warm midday sun, incubation requires absolute dedication and unwavering focus.
Suddenly, the parent breaks its vigil, stepping out into the open garden.
Down on the forest floor, the search for nourishment begins.
A brief vocalization echoes through the foliage before the parent returns to duty.
By day 15, the routine demands absolute devotion as incubation enters its final stages.
Every movement is deliberate, ensuring warmth is evenly distributed to the fragile clutch below.
Inside the carefully stitched leaves, the tiny eggs require constant, watchful monitoring. Hours dissolve into days of silent, enduring devotion.
By day 18, anticipation mounts as the long wait draws to a close.
By day 18, the expectation inside the nest reaches a quiet, breathless peak.
A sudden shift, a micro-movement, stirs within the foliage.
Leaving the nest briefly, the parent keeps watch from a nearby vantage point. Even amidst constant danger, a brief moment is taken to maintain vital plumage.
Beneath the feathers lies the future of the generation, fragile and carefully guarded. With gentle, deliberate movements, the long days of incubation proceed. On the 21st day, a miraculous event begins deep within the woven cradle. With persistent effort, a tiny beak chips through its calcified prison.
Exhausted but free, a fragile new life steps into a dangerous world.
With the exhausting hatching complete, the parent prepares for the relentless demands of a new family.
Completely blind and defenseless, the three new hatchlings rely entirely on the safety of the stitched leaf canopy. Returning on the 23rd day, the parent provides critical warmth to the fragile brood.
Safe within the woven leaf cradle, the mother keeps her new brood warm and secure.
Instinct immediately takes over as the naked hatchlings demand their first meal.
Foraging tirelessly, the mother returns with a nutrient-rich insect for her vulnerable young.
With food secured, the mother remains alert, sensing a sudden shift in the air.
A sudden downpour begins, leaving the featherless chicks completely exposed to the chill.
Returning just in time, her own body becomes a living shield against the elements.
Through the driving rain, the mother remains an unyielding shield for her vulnerable brood. With the storm past, sustenance arrives to fuel their rapid growth. By day 25, their calls grow louder, demanding an endless supply of food.
Every few minutes, the tireless mother must return to satisfy their growing appetites.
As skies darken, her role shifts instantly from provider to protector. A sudden disturbance below signals that danger has finally tracked them down.
Danger looms just feet below, forcing the mother into absolute silence.
An efficient ground hunter, navigating the slick undergrowth with terrifying precision. With food for her chicks in hand, she cannot risk revealing their home. Deep within the woven leaf, 4 tiny lives depend entirely on stealth. Driven by pure instinct, a wide yellow gape signals the constant demand for food.
Returning under a brief window of safety, the mother checks on her vulnerable brood.
Warmth is critical for the featherless newborns in their first fragile days.
Every few minutes, the parents must return with high-protein meals.
Sanitation is vital. A clean nest keeps deadly parasites away.
By day 28, the nestlings have grown considerably within their leaf sanctuary.
Instinct drives them to open their beaks wide at the slightest vibration.
A nutritious green caterpillar rewards the most energetic chick.
Within the woven cradle, a quiet moment of warmth ensures survival.
Life begins in its most fragile form, completely dependent on protection. By day 30, the nestlings have transformed, filling their green fortress.
As morning light warms the nest, the chicks stir, driven by an instinctual hunger.
Their wide yellow gapes form an unmistakable signal that no parent can ignore.
Returning with a fresh caterpillar, the mother begins the endless cycle of feeding.
Precision and care define every single meal delivered to the nest. With the urgent cries temporarily quieted, the mother reclaims her post. Under her watchful gaze and shielding warmth, they are safe for now.
By day 35, the nestlings have grown dramatically, rapidly filling their leafy cradle.
Against a sudden downpour, the mother's waterproof plumage serves as a vital shield.
As the storm clears, their hunger returns with a clamorous demands for food.
With the storm past, the chicks' urgent cries for food fill the canopy once more.
Every movement outside the nest triggers an instinctive race to be noticed first.
For now, energy must be conserved as they wait for their parents to return.
The parent returns, but every second spent at the nest increases the danger.
A single caterpillar provides essential nutrients for the rapidly growing brood. A sudden rustle in the undergrowth freezes the parent mid-movement.
With the immediate threat seemingly past, the parent returns to fulfill its endless duty.
Every second spent in the open increases the danger for the entire family.
But their hungry cries are a dangerous beacon in a forest full of predators.
Returning with a fresh catch, the parent ensures every chick receives its critical nourishment.
In the quiet warmth of the nest, their feathers begin to develop rapidly day by day.
Driven by an insatiable hunger, their demanding cries risk drawing the wrong kind of attention.
Driven by instinct, the young nestlings cry out, unaware of the dangers their voices might attract.
In the deep shade of the nest, they fall silent, waiting anxiously for their parents' return.
Suspended on a slender branch, this masterfully woven leaf structure is their only defense against the world outside.
Returning with food, the parent remains hypervigilant, scanning for hidden dangers before approaching.
Inside the nest, the demand for nourishment is relentless and loud.
By day 42, the chicks have grown rapidly, requiring constant feeding to survive.
With practiced swiftness, the parent returns to the nest, delivering vital nourishment to the brood.
Growing larger by the day, the nestlings grow restless in their cramped sanctuary.
But danger is close at hand. A silent hunter stalks the undergrowth below. Driven by hunger, the ground predator closes in on the nesting site. The parent risks everything, deploying a frantic display to lure the threat away.
Returning swiftly, the mother secures a vital meal for her developing brood.
Deep inside the protective cradle of stitched leaves, 3 fragile lives await their next meal.
Driven by pure instinct, their wide, bright gapes signal an urgent demand for sustenance. Outside, the parent maintains constant vigilance, ready to brave any danger for their survival.
Inside the safety of the stitched leaf, the growing chicks await the return of their parents.
As they grow stronger, the urge to explore beyond the nest begins to take hold.
To sustain this rapid growth, the parent must search everywhere for vital nourishment.
With sustenance secured, the parent returns to the nursery, hidden within the leaves.
Inside, the growing chicks voice their hunger, their wide gapes signaling an urgent demand.
Each delivery requires precision, ensuring every hatchling receives its share to survive.
With each passing hour, the growing nestlings transform rapidly under their parents' care.
Soon, their downy coats give way to feathers, and the nest begins to feel small.
But curiosity exposes them to the unseen dangers waiting in the shadows below.
As the days pass, the wilderness demands rapid growth from the tiny nestlings.
Their demanding cries serve as a constant beacon for the tirelessly working parents.
Every successful hunt brings them one step closer to survival.
Leaving the safety of the nest, the young fledglings face their first rain.
With patient nudges, the mother guides them through their first trial in the wild.
But in the open forest, a sudden movement demands instant vigilance.
With her young now outside the nest, the mother must forage tirelessly to feed them.
Every movement serves a purpose, communicating vital signals to her nearby offspring.
By day 50, the young fledgling prepares to take its own definitive leap into the sky.
Taking a brief moment of rest, the tailorbird remains alert to any sudden movement.
Chirp, 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 chirp.
A sudden rustle in the undergrowth instantly cuts the song short.
In the dense thicket, a sudden movement puts the parent on high alert.
Chirp, chirp. Danger is approaching the nest.
Moving swiftly through the leaves, it attempts to draw attention away from the nest.
Every movement on these slick surfaces must be fast, precise, and calculated.
Shaking off the dampness ensures total readiness for the sudden hunt. A crucial prize secured, but the dangerous journey back to the nest remains.